Okay, recording start. Start. Ready, 3, 2, 1, action. What does being part of this festival? Okay, action.
So, good day, Iliganon, or let's say Iliganon from the film festival right now that is happening in Iligan City. This is Moh'd Pangandag,
I am Nico Gean.
and we are the directors of the Star Society for the film Buhusan.
2, 1, action. What is your film about?
Firstly, our film Buhusan is about two young girls who are navigating their life within the streets of Iligan City. They're faced with multiple challenges such as the fact that they are poor and they're constantly facing water issues. So essentially, we will be going through their story as they try to
Navigate again.
I wouldn't say navigate, but they will try to go through with the challenges, the fact that they have differing morals, and how will they go through with that challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, essentially that is the whole premise of our film, Buhusan.
What inspired you to create this story?
Well, this story was a big, let's say it's like something that's not been tackled in some cases rather. Although recently we had seen a news when it comes to water. Yeah, exactly. Other than those news, there's also in my life, not in my lifetime, but like when I was living here in Iligan City for almost like probably most of my childhood as a citizen, we usually get a lot of cases when it comes to water interruptions. So yeah, one of those, that's also one of the things that was being highlighted when we went around the city. Nangutan na pud may kung unsa ang usual na problema na makita na mo sa Iligan kay we were wondering kung unsa among i-focus sa kaninga film when we first entered the film festival. So, yeah, that's one of the inspiration basically.
Yes.
Why did you particularly choose to address the issue in your film among all the choices listed in the festival theme?
We chose water as the main issue other than the other options is because when we were asking around, like Matt said, we encountered a educator that knows a lot about the city, and she was very adamant that water is the biggest problem. Out of all things, she also mentioned na it's also one of the like cascading effects bitaw. It has a lot of effects sa atong city. Firstly, she mentioned there nga it risks businesses and their participation within Iligan.
Yes.
Because of the water interruptions. And that essentially leads to a lot of causes of problems within Iligan. So we wanted to take that, we chose that as a route because foundation siya.
Foundation.
So yeah, I think that's one of the reasons nga nung siya jud ang gipili instead of the others because
Sierra yun.
What was your biggest challenge that you faced while making this film?
What do you think? Unsa man be?
okay, there's a lot firstly.
Kan kayo no. You go, ikaw na lang pre-production.
Okay, pre-production.
Yeah, pre-production.
Pre-production actually, namely the fact that most of our crews is grade 12 and during the pre-production and post-production, we were having exams, research defense, and PT. And essentially, the biggest challenge for us was time in real life because we had trouble maintaining everything else while still building up on our pre-production phases. Another thing also was the time within the film.
We were
limited to 15 minutes by definition of the guidelines. It was a very challenging thing for us to create a very big and thorough story within essentially 14 minutes because 1 minute is reserved for end credits, di ba?
Yeah, pero like you had that one, let's say, challenge po na katabitang na siya, di ba, na kay context na mas nagko pa sa...
Yes. We were originally going to like a 3-act sequence. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. However, due to the limited budget, we had to cut it down. We did a last-minute decision to cut most of the story, we were planning to go through with the backstory sa ilahang mom and other things, going further jud into the societal issue. But as I said, we were limited in time.
I'm good.
So how about your parts sa post-production and production?
Yeah. Okay, so I think since gaingon man siya challenge, right? One challenge. Okay, so like
Ay, one challenge. Okay.
yeah, you just said a lot of things. So I'm just gonna say one highlight. One highlight good sa among paghimo sa production or post-production is that we were lacking a lot of workforce, perhaps because as students we have our own responsibilities. And since during that time, when the posting started on Iligan Film Festival, we were having classes during that time. And with that in mind, we were having cases of like, dili na nila maatiman bitaw ang ilang tasking inana. And we understand that as directors na student pod. So, and with that in mind, that's why murag struggle pod ko sa akong part kay usually manggod sa during the production phase manggod kay tulo ra mo gama or duha which kapoy kay na siya. And like it's like one of the things that you have to keep in mind as a filmmaker. Like you have to be flexible. You have to be a leader pod sa imong makauban pod. And you have to have a direction pod kung sa imong like a vision, let's say, sa story. Kung sa imong ganahan. So, yeah.
But yeah,
That's
that's
one
one
of
of our main things, Jud.
Yeah. Sorry guys, taas na kaya. Okay.
What's your favorite scene or moment in the film?
Should we
You-
say it both?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, the crying
The ending
scene.
scene.
Huh? What's that?
Ending scene. The ending!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mine
no.
was the crying.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually gonna focus sa ending.
Yeah, you suck.
I was the one that did the kanang I was the one that did the so like
Okay guys, spoilers to ha. Why mo
ay
spoiler mo to buang ka. So
they can cut it out. They
yeah,
can cut it out.
the-
So yeah,
The end scene. Say nga naman.
both.
Just say, anong crying scene man?
Because it was very heavy for the actors and I was very proud of them. Because I was the one that taught them baya. I was the one that's constantly coaching them how to
Yeah.
act. I was the one like training them. And so it was really like a big thing for me nga. They were able to carry that very heavy role which is the crying. Listen back and tap in ang sadness nga emotion, diba?
Yeah, it's very hard.
It's very hard.
And you as an actor, I mean, we're both actors in some
Uh-oh.
cases
In
in
some
our
cases.
projects. So, yeah.
But I also love the ending.
Diba? Yeah, for me, ang ending yun.
Okay.
How does it feel to be part of the first film festival in our city?
I mean, I could give this
Ah.
spotlight to him
Because he already tried it. Yeah.
So, ikaw, unsa man yung maingon na?
honestly, it feels like an honor. It is a very big
Honor!
It is a very big privilege
Okay.
for us because the medium of film manggod is in contemporary times it's used as a way to progress society. And with the theme of Iligan, societal issues of Iligan, we took this as a way to really highlight one of the main problems here, which is the fact that Iligan City of majestic waterfalls, has an issue with water. So the medium of film can be very eye-opening po. And it's lagi it's an honor. It's a very
Nalibog na
big
siya, guys.
because I'm casual. I'm like this.
Why do you think local film festivals like this are important?
I mean, way back then, before like I was a filmmaker, I was like looking into film festivals, and I was looking into like unsa man ni siya, unsay naaani, like I've seen films inana what is a film festival about? And I've done my research, I've done my math, hindi naman math. But like the whole purpose of it was like you can gather with your fellow filmmakers bitaw as like yung mga kasama mong like-minded people bitaw. Because in film festivals, manggod, compared to just premiering your films, manggod, you're gathering with a bunch of filmmakers. You guys have a, like
Building connection and community.
Yes, mura siya inana bitaw, and it's also like building our skills man pud in a way. And it's also a way for us to showcase man po. That's the main thing.
Yes,
in
that's
film
the main
festival.
thing.
Yeah. Pero sa kuha naman po, mga filmmakers diri manggod sa Iligan, manggod kay dili kay sila connected bitaw kaayo. So like kaning nga film kay it's like a opportunity for us man po sa tuan na, di ba? So
Yes. Also another thing, the fact that film is a medium to progress society.
balik-balik ninday.
What does being part of this festival mean to you as a filmmaker?
For me, I've been into this, let's say I haven't established properly a bit in this industry. But like, being in this film festival na bagura kayo bitaw, like, first pagod ang giingon, di ba? So like, it's, for me, pura siya a way for me to make a comeback.
Comeback.
It's like, ano man good, nakulangan good
On your
ko.
previous one.
Yeah, on my previous projects na nakulangan gid ko sa akong pwede mabuhat. Yeah, basically mabuhat bitaw. Kay kato bitong mga projects bitaw, it's always me. Always me. Inana gyud na basta. Inana gyud na guys kung ano kung baguhan bitaw mo. Like if you're a filmmaker na baguhan, it's like you have to be all around jud ka. That's what I said ganiha. You have to be really flexible. So bahala dili na imong part muan nimo if you wanted to have like a better standard when it comes to your output.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I struggled with katong sa first time nako sa mga inangin na project, and now with this opportunity in hand na pwede nako ma-showcase diri ang akong prowess, let's say, in my pagvi-video. It's also a step for me in building my character as well as a person who is lacking, or let's say not lacking but like going towards becoming aspiring director man pod. Kay it's also one of the things na wala pud nako na hunahunaan pud sa akong self, like way back then sa pandemic. Like I did not think na like I would go into film because way back before I'm just a student.
Yeah, student.
Like
every one of us.
Yeah, exactly. And now with this in hand, we can now showcase, we can now do films, and certain pud kaayo ang mga youth ani if they're really wanting to showcase their films. So that's also makit-an pud nako sa uban na komunidad bitaw, like especially like Cebu, sa other institutions, inana bitaw daghan kay na. Yeah, that's basically it. Why this opportunity is a big thing for me as a filmmaker. You.
Partaking on this project, to me, is like a leap of faith. Because, just like you said, I was just a student from Jude. Like, I really had, compared to him, I had lesser experience in directing or going into professional settings in terms of cinematography. The only things that I would do is that kanang school projects.
School projects, yeah.
Ilfili, like those kind of things.
Mo magsugod, guys.
Yes, school projects. So, for me, it was a very big leap of faith. With the current skill set that I have, I'm going to enter a competition of all things. This is my first time. So, because it was a leap of faith, I kind of took it to me like a challenge. Challenge to set, or like to challenge my abilities. I had to, just like he said, we have to be flexible. And I had to become flexible because we were both partners in this, and he can't be the only one doing everything. So, I had to learn professional screenwriting. I had to ask my theater teacher how does it feel, or like how to handle actors, because he's already working with the technical crew. I had to take on the job to take on the part on monitoring on the actors. So mainly, it was a very big leap of faith for me because I was not confident with my skills. Yeah, for both of us, that's how we feel for joining this film.
We're just very passionate, guys.
We're very passionate.
Mga Iliganon, bro. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry, I'm being cringe, guys. Ano na po doon.
Showdown to our film Buhusan
This April 25 in
Cinema. Bye-bye!